and welcome to another edition of our full moon sessions. I'm your host Saul Muerte. Kicking off this February month of 2025, we're going straight into our Killer Vibes segment, which is basically last month's horror roundup. Last month, the horror world gave us everything from gnarly gore to eerie atmospheres, but which films really left their mark? As the genre keeps pushing boundaries, let's dive into the films that either kept us up at night or made us think twice about venturing into dark corners. First up was Nosferatu. This latest remake or reimagining of the 1922 classic is a slow burn masterpiece that brings an even deeper sense of dread to the iconic tale. The use of shadows and minimalist lighting creates an atmosphere thick with terror, and new visual style gives it a fresh yet haunting edge. The unsettling score really gets under your skin. The only downside, it demands patience from the audience, which may not be everyone's cup of blood, but when it hits hard. The second movie focus was Wolfman. While this modern take on the werewolf myth is more of a mood piece than an all-out gore fest, it delivers in the character department. The transformation scenes are the highlight, blending old school effects with subtle digital enhancements. Unfortunately, the pacing can feel like it lulls in the action, and some of the supporting cast don't get enough to do. Still, a solid creature feature that offers a different perspective on a familiar story. Third up, Companion. This indie gem flies under the radar with an emotionally charged supernatural narrative. It has all the right ingredients, an eerie sense of isolation, solid performances, and a creeping dread that builds as the story unfolds. The twist in the final act is brilliant and left us questioning everything that came before. That said, the low budget limitations are evident at times, and some of the horror elements feel a bit derivative. Rounding out our quartet is Presence, a psychological horror that takes its time to unfurl. Presence is more about tension than gore. The lead performance is stellar, but the slow build up and lack of any real scares leave the film teetering on the edge of being forgettable. While the film's themes of grief and guilt are compelling, they don't quite land the emotional punch they aim for, leaving it feel a little undercooked. For last month, Nosferatu has to stand out as the winner. It's a film that stands with you long after the credits roll, thanks to its haunting atmosphere and visionary direction. The commitment to atmosphere over jump scares, paired with unsettling pace, creates an experience that's hard to shake. While Wolfman and Companion had their moments, nothing quite matched the level of haunting brilliance achieved by Nosferatu. It's a standout film that really earned its place in the annals of horror history. Don't forget to check out more of my full reviews and comments on surgeonsofhorror.com. Also, stick around for our further full moon sessions segments, kicking off looking at the next month of horror in what I'm calling Fresh Kills. Until then, I'm your host, Saul Muerte. Good night.